Yeah, I think the base current we want to keep as low as possible. Using this Darlington pair, we have seen that it is reduced maybe 10,000 times, but still it's there.
It still is there.
Then we were exploring what other devices are there.
Correct.
And we landed up in MOSFET.
That's right.
Metal oxide semiconductor field effect transistor.
That's right. And we said just like you have NPN, PNP, you have N MOSFET, P MOSFET.
Yes.
And the names given are slightly different. It's called, just like you had the base, you have the gate.
Yeah.
Just like you had the collector, you have the drain. Just like you had the emitter, you have the source. Correct. Equations are slightly different.
Yeah.
Right? Just like to calculate the, the current through the emitter current through the device.
It was exponential.
It was exponential.
Here it's a
square law.
Yes. VGS minus VT.
VGS minus VT.
In fact, we learned this new term called VT, threshold voltage.
Threshold voltage. We learned this thing called mobility.
Yeah.
Oxide capacitance per unit area. Then there is one unique thing. You can make this MOSFET larger or smaller
by adjusting the W by L.
Correct. That is correct. So this device has a little bit more control.
Yeah.
Over the dimensions, physical dimensions. And we also looked at what the characteristics are.
Yes.
Just like you had a nice region where the emitter current was flat with the collector emitter voltage.
Yes.
In the that is here.
Yeah.
In the case of the MOSFET, we have a region where drain current is constant with drain source voltage.
Yes. Yes.
That is where we want to operate. After this, very similar.
To
common emitter amplifier became the common source amplifier.
Yes.
You can bias it using a resistor. You can bias it using a current source.
Yeah.
Right?
Correct.
The solving of the equations is slightly more difficult.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
We took VB to be 0.7. You can't do that here.
Correct.
Right? But apart from that, by the way, so the curve is also slightly different.
Yeah.
The inverter curve.
Because it is not exponential.
Because it's not exponential. Correct. Then we built the common source amplifier, right? Then we calculated the total current, total voltage. We said that, if Vi is very small, the voltage that you're applying at the input has a very small amplitude. Amplitude is very small. Then you neglect Vi squared.
Yeah.
Luckily, this being square law, you only get Vi squared. You don't get, Vi cubed, Vi power 4 and so on. That is correct. Whereas
exponential expansion had
everything.
Yes.
Right. So that is one maybe good thing.
Yes.
And then we calculated the GM of the MOSFET. From that, we calculated the gain. And I think we also showed the GM of the MOSFET is normally slightly lower than the GM of the BJT for a given current.
Yeah.
Because VT is very small compared to VGS minus VT.
Yeah. Also, we were relating to that curves. One is exponential. This is just square.
This is just square law.
So exponential will have more. Change for a small
input. Change in input.
Yeah.
Correct. That's right. So we calculated the GM of the MOSFET in various ways. We expressed it. We built the MOS current mirror.
Yes.
And you pointed out something.
We could scale. We could use multiple number of locations for biasing.
That is correct. Yes. Because the gate current is always 0.
Yes.
It looks almost like an open circuit.
Yes.
Differential amplifier. PMOS version we looked at in the case of the MOSFET. Common gate amplifier and common drain amplifier.
Yes.
Correct. We just drew the full circuit. Then we looked at one very important circuit.
The inverter.
The inverter.
Okay.
And we built the CMOS inverter. So again, very simple, no? We took the region where it operates.
Yes.
You changed input voltage from 0 to some VDD.
Correct.
Found out what regions each device will operate.
Yes.
We got a very nice symmetric curve. Correct. And which will ideally, hopefully,
at
VDD by 2. It should be fully symmetric. Correct. So we said CMOS logic family. Correct.
And then how the structure.
We kind of ended by
Yes.
showing the structure of
Yes,
the
yes,
device.
yes.
Right? I think the structure of the device we don't need to explicitly review.
Yeah.
I think later on, if the students have a chance to take a semiconductor devices course, they will learn a lot more.
Correct.
About how to build the device, how to analyze it to get the current equations, voltage equations.
So once we know this BJT operations and circuits, the MOS portion is almost similar in the sense with BJT understanding I can easily.
That is correct. You can easily do
follow
understand
the
MOSFET circuits as well. That is correct.
Only thing is the equations are slightly different.
That is correct. That is correct. So if you want to calculate GM, for example, in the case of the BJT, it is just the DC current, collector current by VT,
correct,
thermal voltage.
Correct.
Whereas here it's slightly different.
Yes.
Because the curve is different.
Yes.
Otherwise, the structure of the circuits are all very similar. Current mirror,
correct.
Common emitter amplifier became common source amplifier.
Correct.
Very similar.
Correct. And the inverter was nice, finally.
Yes, yes, definitely. The inverter,
which is actually not possible with BJT, I think.
Exactly, which is not possible with BJT.
Yes.
Because source to gate, gate to source.
Yeah.
You can have any voltage.
Correct.
Equal to VDD also.
Yes.
In the case of the NP and PNP, you can't have two VBEs.
Yes.
It will just become 1.4 volts.
Yes. Yes.
Right.